Yo, so I woke up this morning to some crazy news. So the NBA trade deadline was today, and I thought I should just get in front of the camera and quickly talk about it. There's some crazy shit that went down today. I woke up and there's players who are going to be rocking new threads. The East is definitely much stronger than it was a day ago. So I thought, let's just quickly, I'm going to run you guys down through some of the biggest trades. So the trade talk started with one of the first big trades was when Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and a second round pick was traded for Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke, and Courtney Lee. This trade, of course, I think we already kind of talked about it in one of my other videos. Porzingis teaming up with Luka, that's going to be insane. Greatest white duo of all time, easily. Dennis Smith Jr. getting a chance to kind of shine on Knicks. It's going to be so that was a good trade. This is probably easily the biggest trade of the whole trade deadline. Which is Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, which is not much at all for Tobias Harris, Mike Scott, and Boban. So Sixers picked up Tobias Harris after what he's been doing this year. That's a big four. That's going to be hard to beat. With JJ Redick also in the starting lineup. Jeez. Yeah, so that's easily the biggest trade. Like, that's going to be insane. Next, Otto Porter Jr. got traded for Jabari Parker. So he's going to the Bulls, while Jabari Parker is going to the Wizards. Bobby Portis, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Bobby Portis and a second round pick. That's good. I understand that probably because of John Wall being injured, they kind of shipped off Otto Porter. Must be a reason behind that, not too sure. This is the most fucked up trade of all of them. Harrison Barnes is going to the Kings for Justin Jackson, Zach Randolph, who are going to be going to the Mavericks. But this trade happened in the middle of the game. You guys probably saw the video. Even LeBron reposted it, kind of going off about how they're saying that's fine to do while his tampering isn't, whatever. But anyways, yeah, Harrison Barnes literally sitting on the bench while he finds out that he just got traded to the Mavericks. And then there was a timeout huddle, and you can see how Barnes just kind of standing on the outside, like, what the fuck am I doing here? That's fucked up. That's when it's taking too far. Like, I understand that the business of NBA is changing. Players are getting shipped off left and right. Like, it's nothing, but don't be doing shit like that, where in the middle of the game, while the player's playing, you decide to do it. Like, you gotta at least give some respect on his name, to at least give him some time after the game and then talk about it. So, yeah, that's fucked up. Next is, this was a kind of a low-key trade that not many people talked about, but Bucks actually picked up Nikola Mirotic. Yo, Mirotic is a beast. That's a good trade. And the Pelicans get Jason Smith, Stanley Johnson, and 4 second-round picks. Yeah, Bucks also picked somebody up. So all these teams on the East are kind of stacking up, because after seeing what the Sixers just did, they're going to have to do something about it. Boston's fine. Boston's already got all the talent. Raptors and Bucks have to do something. So Bucks just did something, and we'll get on to the Raptors trade pretty soon. Also, Sixers also made another move. They traded Markelle Fultz to Magic, and they received Jonathan Simmons, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick. I feel like that's a good trade, because the Sixers are trying to compete right now, like in the finals. They're trying to get to the finals this year. Fultz is still developing. He's had all these injuries. We don't know what he's going to be able to do. I personally feel like Fultz will become something. I don't know about an all-star, but he will be balling, I feel like, because I've seen him in college, and he was a good player. Whatever his injury is, mysterious injury, like whatever has been going on, if he can get through that, he will become a good player. Jonathan Simmons coming off the bench for the Sixers, yeah, that's good. That he can ball. He was a very good player. This right here was the one that shocked me the most. So Grizzlies are getting Jonas Valanciunas, CJ Miles, DeLon Wright, and a second-round pick, all just for Marc Gasol. I love this trade. Marc Gasol coming to Raptors is a big difference maker. Like, and they're definitely going to be able to compete with the Sixers now. I love Jonas. He's going to be really missed on Raptors. But Marc Gasol, people are acting like he's like 40 years old. Nah, this dude's like, I think he's only like 34. Yeah, it says right there. He's 34 years old. But even at 34 years old, he's putting up 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And, well, JV was coming off the bench, so he obviously doesn't have as great of a stats, but JV was putting up 11 points, but he was only giving out 1 assist. So Marc Gasol is going to be more of a passer, which is going to bring more of a passing game to the Raptors, which they already love to do. But also, Marc Gasol has a lot more playoff experience. Like, this dude used to be he's been to almost been to the finals a couple of times. Like, he's been to the Western Conference Championship, I think, twice or 3 times. So yeah, he has a lot more experience under him. And he's a really good 3-point shooter. So I feel like he's going to be a big difference maker. Is there any more trades? Oh, and the best trade, the greatest trade that happened in the trade deadline. Anthony Davis to the Lakers. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. I don't know what to even think of that. Like, what's LeBron going to do now going back to that team after basically saying that you guys are all being... Oh, actually, there was a trade that happened from the Lakers. I don't like this trade, but it did happen. Michael Beasley and Zubac got traded for Mike Muscala from the Clippers. Yeah, the reason I don't like this trade is because Zubac was balling out. I feel like if they kept Zubac and they let him keep balling out, he would have been more valuable, and maybe they could have traded him for Anthony Davis later on or somebody else. But LeBron wants to stack himself with shooters. It looks like he's going back to his old way of playing, and since he knows that if he wants to compete in the playoffs, he needs to have shooters around him because that's just his play style. And since he doesn't have a second All-Star with him, he's going to have to kind of carry them again. So it kind of makes sense, but I don't like the trade. Mike Muscala is a good shooter. Michael Beasley got traded because I heard that he was the one that was fighting with Luke Walton the most. He was the one that kind of like was getting flared up with Luke Walton, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, being a Lakers fan is hard, guys. All you Lakers fans out there understand that it's a roller coaster. You're like, oh, we're getting Anthony Davis. No, we're gonna end up with Carmelo Anthony pretty soon. So we're ending up with the wrong Anthony. But yeah, that's all it is. The trade deadline. The offseason is gonna be nuts. Playoffs are gonna be nuts. I can't wait to actually react to the playoffs. It's gonna be crazy. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.